Hello students, today I am here with the new poem of your book Honeycomb and the name of the poem is The Shed. So first we will clear the meaning of the shed, that what is it. So have you heard about a cow shed, a tool shed, a wood shed for example? What is it? Actually it is a small room and it is away from the main house. ठीक है? It is away from a house and it is a very small room. So it is used for storing or keeping things. So we can use the shed for keeping our things which we are not using regularly. We can keep animals there, tools, vehicles. Okay. So this is a small room and which is used for keeping things, and animals also live there. Clear? So ask your partner if she or he has ever seen a shed. Let him describe it to the class. Now read the poem. So now we will see that what the poet is describing in the poem. Actually in this poem the speaker is a small child. Okay, a little child is the speaker here. So he says the poem. There is a shed at the bottom of our garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I am in bed, I lie and I listen. I'll open that door one day. So now what this little child says, he says that there is a shed. Okay. And now you have seen that what is a shed. So there is a shed at the bottom of a garden. At the bottom ka matlab hai that in the end, at the end, okay, at the end of the garden. So there is a shed at the end of the garden and with a spider's web hanging across the door. और डोर के पास वहाँ पर क्या हैंग हो रहा है, क्या लटक रहा है? स्पाइडर्स वेब. Now have you seen many times that if a room or a house which we are not using, the spiders make the web there. Okay, so there was a spider web across the door. It was hanging there and the hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. Hinges, what is hinges? Hinges are the things from which the doors are joined. जिससे doors जुड़े होते हैं हमारे. ठीक है? That is called hinges. So the hinges are rusty. What is the meaning of rusty? So rusty, when iron metals things, iron things got old, so they become rusty. उन पे जंग लग जाता है. Okay. So the hinges of doors are rusty and creak in the wind, and when wind blows they make sound. Creak का मतलब होता है sound करना. Okay. जब कोई चीज़ weak हो जाती है, have you seen it makes sound? That's why the poet is saying here that the hinges of the doors are rusty and they make sound when the wind blows. So when I am in bed, I lie and I listen. And this small child is saying that when I lie in my bed, I listen that sound. And I think that I'll open that door one day. So what this little child think that I'll open that door one day. Clear? So let's move forward. This is the picture of a shed you can see here. Okay. So now आगे देखते हैं. There is a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. I'll peep through that window one day. So here the small child says that he is giving the description of the shed. Okay. So he is saying that around at that side, that near the door, there is a dusty old window. Means there is an old window and that is dusty, means that is full of dust. क्योंकि वो बहुत दिनों से बंद है shed. It is, they are not using it and no one is living there. That's why the window is dusty. Okay, with 3 cracked panes of glass. And, that window has glass panes and the 3 panes of glass are cracked. और 3 glass उसमें से टूटे हुए हैं. 3 panes उसमें से टूटे हुए हैं. Clear? I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. And this little child says that whenever I go there, whenever I pass through that shed, I think that there is someone who is staring at me, that who is looking at me, जो मेरी तरफ देख रहा है. I think that someone is looking at me, कि कोई मुझे देख रहा है. ठीक है, I'll peep through that window one day. And at last here says again that one day I'll peep through that window. Peep through का मतलब होता है झांकना, कि मैं उसके अंदर जरूर झांकूंगा एक दिन इस विंडो से. क्लियर? आगे देखते हैं. My brother says there is a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards. And if I ever dare to set foot inside, he'll jump out and chop off my head, but I'll take a peek one day. So here the poet says that, the little child, he says that my brother says me that there is a ghost in the shed. Ghost, you understand ना? भूत, कि उस shed में तो भूत है. Who hides under the rotten floorboards, और जो floorboards के जो फर्श में लगे होते हैं boards, उनके नीचे छुपा हुआ है. And if I ever dare to set foot inside, और उसके ब्रदर उसको बताते हैं that if you ever try to set foot inside, कि अगर तुमने कभी अंदर जाने की कोशिश की, he'll jump out and chop off my head. So that ghost will jump out and he will chop off your head, that he will cut your head. ठीक है, वो तुम्हारा हेड को उसको काट के खा जाएगा. ठीक है. But I'll take a peek one day. But even then, the little child says that, but even then, I'll take a peek in one day, that I'll go inside one day. ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं. I know that there is not really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. There is not anyone staring or making strange noises, and the spider has been gone from his web since I don't know when. I'll go into that shed one day soon, but not just yet. So here the poet says that I know very well there is no ghost. कोई भी ghost नहीं है उसके अंदर. My brother lies to me. वो मुझसे झूठ बोलते हैं. मेरे जो भाई हैं वो मुझसे झूठ बोलते हैं because he doesn't want me to go inside the shed. क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहते कि मैं shed के अंदर जाऊँ. ठीक है. He wants to keep the shed for his den. वो उसे अपनी ही den बनाना चाहते हैं. ठीक है. There is not anyone staring or making strange noises. And I know this thing also, that there is no one who is looking at me and who is making strange noises. There is no such person. Okay. And the spider has been gone from his web, and there is no spider also in the web. वो भी वहाँ से चली गई है. Since I don't know when, but the little child doesn't know that when the spider has been gone. So I'll go into that shed one day soon. Now he is saying that now I will go into that shed one day soon, कि मैं जल्दी ही किसी दिन उस shed के अंदर जाऊँगा, but not just yet. लेकिन अभी नहीं. Abhi. Okay, this is not the perfect time, but one day I'll surely go there. So this poem is by Frank Flynn. I hope you understood. Now we will see the questions and answers. So here are the question and answers of the poem The Shed. So we can see here the first question, and it has 4 parts and we have to answer them. Clear? So the first part is, who is the speaker in the poem? So there is a difference between speaker and the poet. The poet is the person who composed the poem. Okay, and speaker is who describe the story in the poem. Okay. So here, who says all things in the poem? A small child, a small kid. So we can see the answer here, that the speaker of the poem is a small kid. Clear? आगे देखते हैं. Question 2 we can see here is she or he. Then now who is she or he here? That small kid. Okay, that little child. Afraid or curious or both? So the question is that in this poem he is afraid or curious. तो हम जैसे हमने पोएम पढ़ ली है तो वी कैन से नाउ कि वो इसमें डरा हुआ है या क्यूरियस है. मीन्स उसको इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है अंदर जाने का, या फिर वो डर रहा है बाकी सारी चीज़ों से और उस खाली शेड से. क्या हो रहा है? या फिर बोथ, या फिर दोनों. ठीक है. तो वी कैन सी द आंसर हियर. ही और शी वॉज बोथ क्यूरियस एंड अफ्रेड. वो दोनों है, क्यूरियस भी है और अफ्रेड भी है. कैसे देखते हैं. द क्रीकिंग नॉइज ऑफ hinges at night and the feeling of someone staring at him or her make the child feel afraid. तो वो डरा हुआ क्यों है? Why is he feeling afraid? Because the creaking sound of the hinges बताता है ना वो the doors द hinges ऑफ द डोर्स आर मेकिंग साउंड एट द नाइट बताता है, तो वो इस चीज़ से डर रहा है. एक और चीज़ बताता है दैट आई थिंक दैट समवन इज स्टेयरिंग एट मी, कि कोई मुझे देख रहा है. सो दीज टू थिंग्स टेल दैट द चाइल्ड इज अफ्रेड. ठीक है. while the thought that the shed was his her brother's den makes him her curious. और वो curious भी है because he says that this shed is my brother's den and I want to go inside one day. Okay, so this thing tells that he is curious also. So now आगे देखते हैं. Next question, third question is what is he or she planning to do soon? क्या planning कर रहा है वो जल्दी, क्या करना चाहता है? So we can see the answer here. She or he is planning to go inside the shed soon. Okay. So now next is fourth one is but not just yet. This was the last phrase. Okay, this was the last line of the poem. But not just yet. So suggest doubt. इस लाइन से हमें डाउट दिख रहा है, फियर, हेजिटेशन, लेजीनेस और समथिंग एल्स. चूज द वर्ड विच सीम्स राइट टू यू. तो विच वर्ड विच यू कैन सी दैट दिस इज द राइट वर्ड, यू हैव टू चूज दैट. टेल अदर्स वाई यू चोज इट. क्लियर? So this line but not just yet, what this line suggest? Doubt, fear, hesitation, laziness, क्या दिखाती है हमें? ठीक है, we have to choose the word from it. So we can see the answer here. But not just yet suggest the hesitation of the poet. ये हमें क्या बताती है? Hesitation. ये line से हमें पता चलता है that the poet means the small child is hesitant. Okay. About going inside that shed. He's feeling hesitation to go inside. Though he or she is confident भी है that there are no ghosts inside, but still he or she hesitates to step inside. देखो वो confident भी है कि there is no ghost, बताता है वो कि मुझे पता है कोई भी ghost नहीं है, but even then he hesitates to step inside and leaves the matter to be handled in near future. So he leaves all these things on the time कि जब time आएगा when I'll go there, gathering up more courage. Now he is showing his courage that I'm leaving this thing on the time that when the perfect time will come, I'll go there, I'll go inside. Okay, so this was the question and answers. We can see the second one also, for which you can write the answer yourself. Is there a room in your house or a house in your neighborhood, locality where you would rather not go alone and never at night? Is there any room near your house, in neighborhood, where you can't go alone in the night, at the night especially? Okay, if there is such a place and a story to go with it, let others hear all about it. So if there is any room like this, so you can write a story about that. Okay. So these were the question and answers. Thank you so much.